Hi, my name is Brian Verbort, and I'm a Solutions Engineer with M2 Technologies. For the next several minutes, I'll be walking you through some of the features and functionality that are new to Autodesk Inventor 2016. As with most new releases, Autodesk continues to improve all aspects of the digital prototyping capabilities of Autodesk Inventor, including everything from concept through design engineering, simulation, documentation, and visualization. Let's start by taking a look at the My Home screen that comes up by default when you initially launch Inventor 2016. There are several areas of enhancement on this home screen. The management and location of templates and access of those templates. We have the ability to do customization in the way that the screen is laid out, and the recent documents has a significant list of enhancements, including open, project-based filtering, and vault status integration as well. Let's take a closer look at some of the enhancements in action. Autodesk makes it easy to be productive with Inventor 2016, starting with a home page. Inventor now has many new tools to make file management fast and simple, all with a customizable workspace to suit your individual tastes. Starting new files is easy. Whether you need to create a new part, an assembly, a drawing, or even a presentation file, it's simple to set your default templates. And with advanced options, you have access to all templates in your project. Speaking of projects, it's now easier than ever to select which project you'd like to be using and activate it without ever clicking the Open dialog box. Another key benefit is the ability to lay out the home page in a manner that best supports your own preference. You can quickly bring recent documents into focus by moving the window to the top, or maximizing the Recent Documents window to quickly locate previous files you've been working on. And if you're having a hard time finding a specific file, filters are available that let you quickly isolate what you're looking for, allowing you to start getting your work done in your design in the least amount of time possible. Another key enhancement, the Recent Documents window, is the shortcuts that are available for each of the files. You can quickly open the file, open the folder on disk where the file resides, or get quick access to the file detail information. If you find yourself always navigating to that same folder or file, quickly create links right on your home page to save your time. In addition, the vault status icon shows the state of a document as it relates to vault status. The drawing environment also has many enhancements. To name a few, drawing creation can now be accomplished directly from within the 3D modeling environment, whether it be a part or an assembly. And when those drawing views are created, we get to use the familiar view cube in the 2D sheet environment for creation and changing of the orientation of the view itself. There's also a component transparency setting that's been added to the drawing environment, allowing you to easily create transparent or translucent components in your drawing environment. Balloons have been enhanced in significant ways. Being able to select an edge to align balloons to, the support of custom balloons in Styles library. In addition, the algorithm for the auto ballooning has been enhanced. Now arrows are placed more appropriately to the nearest side of the nearest component. Text editing and creation has also seen some improvements. With the addition of real-time dynamic text previewing, you can see a mistake before you make it. Bullets and numbering have also seen some improvement, with the support of geometric dimensioning and tolerancing characteristic, material modifiers, and symbology. Text formatting enhancements have also been made in the form of better support for data copied and pasted from within Word, and the addition of a new strike-through option. The symbol library has been completely reworked for this release, allowing this resource to be centralized and eliminating dependency upon your templates. Along with this, there is new functionality that's been added to the dialog box, completely updating the look and feel of the dialog, modernizing the way that their symbol library is managed and created. Now let's take a closer look at some of these enhancements in action. The engineering deliverable to get designs manufactured is usually 2D, and Autodesk Inventor 2016 has streamlined the process, made it much faster to document your designs. Let's start with creating your base and projected views. With a simple right-click in the 3D model, you can quickly start a new drawing as you place the initial views. Rather than defining your base view by interacting with the dialog box, you can now control many of the properties of your views directly within the drawing canvas. You can quickly scale your views using dynamic handles, change the view orientation using the familiar view cube, and move your base view around as you start the drawing. And if you need to access the dialog box, it's now been simplified to make interaction much easier and user-friendly. When working on an assembly in the documentation environment, there's a lot of time that's typically spent getting the balloons properly aligned. Now with simple commands, you can quickly align balloons to any edge in the view, and even see the preview before the final placement. Additionally, when creating assembly views in 2016, there's no need to take significant time to create view representations if you need transparency. You just select the part you'd like to be transparent and turn on transparency. You can control this behavior on a view-by-view basis. In addition to these great enhancements, Inventor 2016 also supports a rich text editing environment. So you can quickly copy and paste notes from Word, create bulleted and numbered lists. You can do strike-throughs on notes that need to be removed, and even change the rotation of text. Best of all the changes happen in real time, so you can see the results before you make the mistake. Smooth and efficient workflows in documenting your designs are certainly helpful and improved in 2016. Now let's take a look at the presentations environment in Inventor 2016. The manipulator used for adding tweaks has been modernized and resembles that found in the rest of Autodesk Inventor. Selection improvements have also been made, allowing us to use window selection method to grab a group of components for tweaking. There's also filters that are available to make this task easier. And design view representations can also be associated with the model itself to save time when making edits to a model and its associated presentation. Now let's take a look at these enhancements in action. Presentations have always been a powerful way to create exploded representations of your assemblies, and now with Inventor 2016, these tools have become even more powerful. When using Auto Explode inside 2016, you now have more options to get the desired view and get it fast. Whether you decide to explode one level deep or all levels, do so in one quick command, and even better, you can now decide to include the trails for all components, all parts, one trail for each tweak, or none at all. Furthermore, each tweak Inventor creates for the Auto Explode becomes its own editable tweak, so you can edit or delete each one individually and fine-tune your view to perfection. Tweaks have also become much easier to define and edit. When creating a new tweak, a modern mini toolbar has now replaced the old dialog, and the triad found across the other tools in Inventor is now available. This provides more seamless and intuitive workflows. You can quickly switch between defining tweaks in local or world coordinate systems and control whether you want to tweak parts or components within the assembly. And to make sure each tweak you define is precise, just key in a number. Editing tweaks is also getting easier. Right inside the Tweaks view, just edit any individual tweak and quickly add or remove parts or components as desired. Design view representations also give you flexibility to create your exploded views and can be changed for any existing presentation views. Add associativity between the presentation view and the design view representation in the model file. This will keep them both in sync as changes are made. With Inventor 2016, creating presentation files has become more intuitive and efficient. Powerful new tools and workflows let you get your exploded views defined faster. With Inventor 2016, you have several ways that you can choose to model. Choose the method that's most appropriate for the design task at hand. Choose from traditional parametric modeling, powerful direct editing technology, or Freeform Modeling. Freeform Modeling in Inventor 2016 has undergone significant change, with a mature tool set allowing you to create ergonomic designs simply and very quickly without the need for specialized skill sets or complex tools. Let's take a closer look at the Autodesk Inventor 2016 Freeform Modeling environment. Great ergonomic designs allow products to really stand out, but complex geometry can be challenging to create in typical CAD workflows. Now, with Inventor 2016, powerful freeform tools allow you to unlock your creativity and provide you with the right tools at the right time for the right job. You can quickly and easily create, explore, iterate, and optimize designs in a truly connected design environment. Inventor 2016 now has a full environment dedicated to supporting your ergonomic designs. You can take existing parametric geometry and quickly convert it to freeform geometry. This allows you to fine-tune surface details and shape, or, alternatively, start your freeform shape from scratch with several out-of-the-box shapes that get you going quickly, such as planes and cylinders. Deleting faces is now as easy as selecting a face and pressing the delete key on your keyboard. And with the addition of new commands to insert points, it's simple to add more control in areas that need fine detail. Additionally, you can quickly merge edges to close gaps or join edges, and activate the bridge command to select edges from two separate bodies and connect them together. All these workflows are intuitive and make creating freeform objects easier than ever. Additional capabilities in 2016 include tools that allow you to split your freeform shape into separate bodies, a tool to mirror your shape across work planes or a planar face, a tool to copy bodies and faces directly in the freeform environment, and a tool to place reference dimensions between points, planes, and edges of faces. Combine this with enhanced visualization, and Inventor 2016 freeform tools empower you to produce beautiful designs fast. Professional-grade freeform modeling tools are just one way 2016 helps you make great products. In addition to freeform modeling, Autodesk Inventor 2016 has many enhancements to the other methods of part modeling as well. When creating drafts, you can use either absolute or relative coordinate systems. Parting line function can either add material or remove now, and we can define static edges as well as a designation for the side. Curve and surface tools have also been enhanced in 2016. The Silhouette Curve tool now supports the exclusion of selected faces, straight faces, and internal faces. And a new Ruled Surface tool is available to us, allowing us to create ruled surfaces with tangent, normal, and sweep options. A new scale function has been added to Inventor 2016 as well. It works inside the direct editing environment and allows you to do uniform or non-uniform scaling to a component. It drives a parameter to accomplish this that shows up as a node in your browser as well as a parameter in the parameters table. Let's take a look at a few of these part modeling enhancements in action. Several enhancements have been added to 2016 to make part creation more efficient. To start with, parting line creation has been improved and now allows you to control which part of the model thickness is preserved. The new options are available when defining parting line draft features and now give you even greater flexibility to decide where material needs to be added and where material needs to be taken away. Another new feature inside Inventor 2016 that helps improve productivity is the Ruled Surface command. Quickly create smooth extensions of complex surfaces that are normal, tangent, or swept, and use the ruled surface to create parting surfaces faster. The Boundary Patch tool has also been improved significantly, and it is more robust. Instead of requiring a closed loop to create a boundary patch, individual edges can now be selected, and a patch will be created to encompass the selections. A preview of the boundary patch will help you get the surface defined right the first time. When replacing faces in Inventor 2016, you now have an option to use solid geometry as replacement face. This eliminates the requirement to create special surfaces just for the replacement feature and offers more flexibility in your part creation workflow. Mirror and pattern features have improved their support for solid bodies. You now have an option of selecting multiple bodies to mirror or pattern at the same time. For the resulting pattern, decide whether to create new bodies or to join them together. With Inventor 2016, Sheet Metal Environment now supports multi-body functionality. This functionality applies to many of the features that we use in sheet metal: face, contour, flange, the contour roll, and lofted flange tools, as well as the split function. With the addition of support for multi-bodies in the sheet metal environment, many of the sheet metal features now also support multi-body solids, and flat patterns and thickness controls are available in the post-derived workflows like make part and make components. There have also been additional conveniences added to the sheet metal environment, like the ability to create a zero radius bend and automatic thickness detection on a sheet metal conversion. There's also a prompt that's provided that allows us to hide the message when editing a flat pattern component. Let's take a quick look at some of the sheet metal enhancements in action. Inventor 2016 brings many user-requested sheet metal enhancements. To start off, converting a non-sheet metal part just became much easier. You no longer need to measure the thickness of a part and manually enter it into the style. Now the material thickness is detected automatically. This simplifies and streamlines the process to convert non-sheet metal components. Any new features or flat patterns you create will now be using the new default material thickness. Another key enhancement revolves around designing sheet metal parts with multiple bodies, enabling faster engineering times for designs of sheet metal parts that are complex. Now create multiple sections of a sheet metal part, without the sections being continuous, and then connect the sections later. And this workflow supports many of the standard sheet metal operations, including flanges, corners, hems, bends, cuts, folds, rips, and punches. There are also several other miscellaneous sheet metal enhancements that are now available inside 2016. First, you can create zero radius bends in any sheet metal component, enabling a more true-to-life fabrication method. Next, when placing multiple punches, get a quick count of the number of instances so you can include that information in the machine setup documentation. Finally, when exporting flat patterns as DXF, a new option allows you to trim center lines and contours, making the export of the DXF flat pattern more robust and usable than ever. Many great enhancements have also been made to the assembly modeling environment. For example, we can now use window selection when identifying components to include in an interference analysis. And once an interference is detected, it's easier to zoom and highlight the interferences themselves. The Assembly Rectangular Patterning tool has also been enhanced to include a mid-plane option, which works for both subassemblies and components in the assembly. In 2016, there are also some assembly usability enhancements. The BOM command has been restored to the ribbon. Content Center updates have been created, adding new content and a few corrections, in addition to a new max length setting for structural steel components. The Replace Component command now supports selection sets for multiple components. And the Sketch Doctor will address issues with SICK constraints, either allowing you to suppress or delete them en masse instead of repeating the dialog box. Now let's take a look at some of the assembly enhancements in action. Another example of assembly enhancements is the new option to disable graphics refinement when working with an assembly. If your model is large or has complex geometry, this setting will use coarse faceting until you're ready to see the details of your design. This is going to improve your overall graphics performance. Replacing components in assemblies is another example of a more streamlined workflow with Inventor 2016. Before, components needed to be replaced one by one. Now, select multiple components in one step and swap out all the components in your assembly faster. Checking models for interferences has also become easier and faster with Inventor 2016. Set up interference analysis much quicker by adding multiple components to a selection set using a crossing window. And once the interference results are ready, interrogate the issues more efficiently by quickly zooming to each interference and examining the results. Inventor 2016 also has a new option when creating patterns in assemblies. You can now create a mid-plane pattern that creates a distributed pattern on both sides of the original component, expanding the tools available to create a wide variety of patterns inside Inventor. And when constraints lose their references from changes to your assembly, the Design Doctor now lets you delete or suppress multiple constraints at once, allowing you to fix your assembly quickly. Usability has also been improved in Inventor 2016 by adding multiple monitor enhancements. Things like being able to undock the browsers and attach them to screen edges, as well as an always-on-top context option. Sketch usability has also been enhanced in Inventor 2016. Tangent dimensions can now be added between circular or arc geometry within a 2D sketch. In addition, you can show-hide all constraints, and those display settings are persistent. There's also a new object visibility option that's been added, allowing us to filter sketch dimensions. Advanced manufacturing is also introduced in Inventor 2016 with over 20 print options, ways to prepare your model, and a printing simulation utility called Print Studio. Let's take a closer look at the advanced manufacturing, preparation, and printing simulation environments. Autodesk continues to stay on the cutting edge of advances in manufacturing technology. With the proliferation of 3D printing, Autodesk Inventor 2016 introduces a new environment to help you quickly prepare your models for 3D printing. We're not talking about just simply exporting an STL file, although you can still do that. Rather, we're talking about a set of tools to guide you through the process of preparing your model to be printed on specific machines. The 3D printing environment inside Inventor 2016 comes with several 3D printers right out of the box. To speed the workflow, filter the list of printers to show just those that you use, and then quickly visualize the overall build space of the printer once selected. If your part's too big or too small, quickly scale the part to fit the build space. Then, intuitive controls will let you orient and move the component, maximize the utilization of the print bed. Furthermore, you can easily split your part into multiple pieces. Those will then be keyed so you can fit them together just right after the printing has been completed. Once the part is laid out and ready for printing, you can export to STL with one click, or you can send it to the Autodesk Print Studio. In Print Studio, you can visualize the printing of the part, including the support structure, and then send directly to the supported 3D printer. All these tools help you send a model to the printer that can be successfully printed on the first try. This is going to save lots of time by avoiding costly trial and error methods. New in Inventor 2016 is AnyCAD Technology. This environment allows us to incorporate many designs from many disparate CAD systems right directly into Inventor without translation. Collaboration is essential in today's design environment, but often gets complicated when working with diverse teams that use different CAD systems. Autodesk Inventor 2016 introduces a new groundbreaking technology called AnyCAD, which minimizes these challenges by providing an open and connected workflow when non-Inventor data is provided to designers. This includes models from most major CAD systems, including CATIA, SOLIDWORKS, NX, PTC, and AutoCAD, just to name a few. The user interface for AnyCAD Technology allows you to import exactly what you need and provides for automatic updates that are made to the model using the native CAD system. And of course, all of this functionality is supported by Autodesk Vault. Let's take a closer look at AnyCAD in use. Importing non-Inventor data into assemblies is flexible and provides several options to bring in the right type of information. Previews of the models make it easy to select exactly what you need, and feedback is provided to give you confidence in what information will be imported. This saves time and money by eliminating the need to translate CAD files, which is typically very manual and time-consuming. Once the models are imported into your design, the links can be maintained or broken at any time. Additionally, the models can be assembled to other components, regardless of their source, and the data stays local to the Inventor assembly, so no additional files are created on disk. Once your assembly is completed, changes to any imported files are made in their native CAD applications. Inventor will then alert you when changes are made to the source files, and the files can be updated immediately. Any changes in the native applications will be reflected right within your Inventor model. The type of changes supported by Autodesk Inventor AnyCAD aren't limited to just geometry, but also property information. AnyCAD technology is also leveraged in the DWG Underlay functions added to Autodesk Inventor 2016, which allow you to leverage your AutoCAD DWG data in ways never before possible. This innovative new technology allows you to quickly turn your legacy 2D AutoCAD data into 3D models. Simply import any 2D DWG file into Inventor 2016 as an underlay, and you have an integrated and associative connection between your 2D and 3D data. Now let's take a look at this new DWG Underlay functionality in action. Once the 2D drawing is imported, you can control layer visibility to access just the geometry you need. And you can translate the underlay to line up origins between the drawing and your 3D model. Easily project AutoCAD entities into your current sketch, whether they're single entities or blocks, and use any geometry as reference dimensions for extrusions or other features. And since the DWG Underlay is associative, any changes made to your original AutoCAD DWG geometry will automatically be reflected in your Inventor model. This opens workflows to engineers that will allow them to leverage valuable legacy data without the need to recreate existing geometry. It also opens workflows where quick layouts can be developed in 2D and then later turned into fully associative 3D models. In addition to parts, DWG Underlay technology is also available at the assembly level. Project DWG geometry between multiple parts in your assembly and create joints and constraints that directly reference the underlay. And just like the part environment, the assembly environment is also associative, which means your assemblies will be updated by changing your DWG. Designing electromechanical systems can be a challenge without the right tools for the job. You want to design your electrical and mechanical systems simultaneously and share up-to-date information between your electrical schematics and your 3D models. Inventor 2016 makes this connected workflow a reality and enables an efficient communication between electrical and mechanical engineers. Let's take a closer look at this electromechanical integration in action. To share information back and forth, XML files are no longer required. A simple electromechanical link can be established, which shares data live between Inventor and AutoCAD Electrical. Any changes made in one system can be quickly synchronized and updated in the other. The new Location View window is a shared module between Inventor and AutoCAD Electrical that makes it easy to view all components and wires in your design. The components are listed by installation and location, making it easy to keep both applications in sync. And linking CAD files from your 3D models to their 2D schematic counterparts is a simple workflow within the browser. To make the workflow even more streamlined, there is now an electrical catalog browser for Inventor. This allows you to insert 3D parts by selecting a catalog value that's linked to the AutoCAD Electrical database. You can download 3D electrical component models from vendors or create your own and associate them to a specific catalog value. The part will then be associated for future use, allowing you to build your electrical library and streamline your 3D to 2D workflows. Once all your components are placed and synchronized, easily create cable and wire connections between them. And whether the wire connections are created in AutoCAD Electrical or defined inside Inventor, they will always be in sync with each other, opening a powerful, flexible workflow. Connecting your electrical and mechanical designers with intuitive tools and workflows helps improve your productivity.